Hello and welcome to another episode of Good Brews, Bad Views. I'm your host Max, and as always joined by my co-hosts Ryan.
Howdy.
And James.
Hi.
And for this week, we are finally getting away from horror/slasher movies, and we are watching London Has Fallen, the 2016 sequel to 2013's Olympus Has Fallen. This movie is available on Netflix, so while we're going to stammer around, you can cue that up if you're going to watch along with us. Now, James, this movie was your suggestion.
Yeah.
Right, the guilt is with you on this one. You are being held culpable for what is about to happen.
Yeah. Sorry, London. Well,
and listeners.
Yeah. I actually saw Olympus Has Fallen in the theater, and it's a very 2000s take on what, like, Die Hard would be, where it's a lot more violent and sort of funny.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Bigger scale kind of thing.
No, Olympus Has Fallen takes place entirely in the White House. For the most part.
Okay.
So to give you an idea of, because you two have not seen Olympus Has Fallen.
No, and that's we generally try to avoid sequels on this show. This is the first sequel we have done, but not seeing the first one, there wasn't anything I didn't understand.
Yeah, you don't need to see the first one. There's a single reference in here to something that happens in the first movie, which, spoiler alert, the president's wife is dead. She dies at the very beginning of Olympus Has Fallen, which is when they talk about his son. Like, that moment is like dad to dad moment, basically.
Right. Yeah.
That's why he makes a reference to, his wife would have done something or whatever. But that's really the only thing that you need to know.
Yeah, and I didn't even pick up on that.
Yeah,
so.
you only know it if you saw the movie. But Olympus Has Fallen is, I'm not going to die on a hill defending Olympus Has Fallen, but it's a decent enough movie to watch and likely enjoy. I mean, there's nothing really over the top outside of a normal action movie that you would see in Olympus Has Fallen.
Okay,
so
but
if
here, London Has Fallen, you can just throw away everything you just said.
Yeah, and that's why I kind of, if people haven't seen this one and they've seen Olympus Has Fallen, that's part of the reason why I picked this, is because in a lot of ways, not only is it a bad movie, but it's a bad movie in the sense that it takes completely the wrong direction that you would expect from the first movie. Mm-hmm. The character doesn't act very much like himself at all in this movie. Gerard Butler's character, yeah. Mike is not this menacing, F-bomb dropping, brother killing, stab everybody kind of guy. Yeah. Like, he's an action hero in the first one.
So, since you've seen the first one as well, would you say that Aaron Eckhart's chin behaves the same in both movies?
It may be more indented in this one.
Yeah, that sounds like getting bigger with age. But enough little background about that. If you're watching again, cue this up on Netflix. It's also available for rental on Amazon. Whatever. We are drinking a English style dry stout today from a brewery called Ronbarn Brewery. It's called Barley, Fife. One of the many, many breweries out on the west coast of Michigan. So it's dark and it's dry and it's an English style beer. So we felt that was very appropriate. But we'll get onto that. We'll get onto with the beer later. So, you're watching on Netflix?
Yeah, we're about 3 seconds in.
All right, hit play now.
So it begins. So commenting on subtitles, as we often do it's interesting to see the comments on music a lot of the times. It's I don't know, it seems uncharacteristically descriptive, like the score swells or blah, 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 this fades.
Like I was watching Drunk History this morning and it was like patriotic music.
Well, obviously.
I think it's interesting when they have like the background like reporters like that get subtitles. Mm-hmm. But the glitchy news videos, how you know that things are kind of in a bad place in this movie.
Yeah, that's the modern version of spinning newspapers.
Yep. Or the quick cut talking heads like you saw in Street Fighter.
Right. Yeah. Yep.
This just looks like it could be anywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, it says Pakistan, but I also feel like this could be Nebraska.
Right. Stock war footage, check.
Yep. They kind of just pick what they need to pick and go with it here.
I have mixed feelings about taking that footage and putting it in movies. Like that's horrible ass footage, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We need this to make money.
particularly a movie that this one at times gives itself a chance to kind of handle the idea behind drone strikes and everything else.
Right.
They kind
Yeah.
of bring it up, and then they
just vaguely
But-
on the cusp of.
but they completely go off on the other side of where you would think
Oh,
it,
yeah.
I mean, it gets close, and then it just takes a big jump into the jingoistic pool there.
Yeah. So watching these opening credits, if you had not seen this movie beforehand, it's like, how are this many big names in this movie? Because you've got Gerard Butler, you've got Aaron Eckhart, you've got Morgan Freeman,
Angela Bassett,
Jackie Earle Haley.
Yep, Rhoda
Yep.
Mitchell. I like Rhoda Mitchell very much. If I have my way, we'll be watching the first Silent Hill movie at some point on this show, and I like her in that film. And she's great in Pitch Black too. Another good one.
That is a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the only of the Riddick movies that I've seen.
They're okay.
Dr. Pavel.
He just looks like somebody drew his face as a caricature. Look at that nose.
Yeah.
I smell everything.
But doing a quick little internet search on this movie actually is one of the few sequels that has a budget less than the original, and still made more money
Really?
than the original. Yeah.
That surprises me, given the level of effects that are in this movie.
There are
There's a lot of effects, but they're not like really detailed.
Yeah, they are kind of
They're all
bad.
like zoomed out cityscapes where there's
That's
like
true.
explosions.
Yeah,
they're pretty bad, you guys.
yeah, yeah. I have his hat. The entire exchange exists at this point just for him to be like, I am the bad guy.
Right.
You should fear
Yeah.
me. Because this guy is not introduced in any of the other movies or anything.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out, was this guy like the villain that got away
No.
in the first one, but
No.
he's just some arms dealer apparently.
Yeah. Yeah. So the
Having a good time
takeaway
with that
from
drum.
the takeaway from this scene that I enjoyed was that terrorist families at their weddings also have to go through uncomfortable receiving lines,
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Nobody is immune.
which we see here.
Yep.
I hate you. I hate you.
You can tell by who's the most evil based off how tight their tie is.
What is that guy doing? He's an animal.
Yeah.
It's down around his waist. I want one of those pink umbrellas. So, no, I lost it. Had a thought and it just
Okay.
whistled itself away.
I enjoy the level of secrecy that this cell phone
Yeah.
text also has.
No code names or nothing.
Nope.
Yep.
Just,
and
just go
the
for
quickie of the keyboard.
it. Yep.
And they're looking around suspiciously the whole time.
Dehance. 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 Now, that's a effect they use a lot in this movie.
Oh,
when they do
the
it.
camera.
The actual lenses, like the satellites at the optometrist.
Yeah. One or two. One or two. How many
Infrared,
terrorists can you
ultraviolet.
see with this one?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't have this plugin for Google Maps. just running Frogger.
Yeah.
See, Ride of the Valkyries just doesn't have the same punch with a drone strike that you could do with helicopters.
No. And there we go.
Maybe he's fine. Maybe he's fine.
Yeah.
Did I do that?
Oh,
Wow.
Wow.
We need to watch something with Jaleel White. Absolutely.
Yeah. I thought that was a really weird cut
Transition.
right
Yeah.
there. Like, I don't know if that's what they were trying to go for or not, but
I thought this was like an intro to like a U2 song at first.
it's got to be weird driving that car and just like looking at people's butts for
Yep.
Right.
that long, you know?
I don't know. You don't know the orientation of the driver. He might love it.
Yeah.
Those sound like good choices, though.
Yes.
But your accent, however, not a good choice. I like how there's scenes throughout the movie where Gerard Butler like slightly loses his American accent.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. I do like that they go with this joke.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, Voight.
There's
Such a rascal.
Yeah.
Founder of the Voight contest.
Yeah. That
To
scene
figure out
actually,
what they made Gerard Butler from.
Yeah. That scene actually has like some genuine smiles and camaraderie there. Like,
Yeah.
They did a good job with that scene. Something they don't carry forward into the rest of the movie.
Dramatic water drinking.
Yeah.
I left a deuce on the floor.
Hey, Ryan, look, it's your new corporate overlord.
Yep. They're always watching. You have weird friends.
Yeah.
They are
We want to watch your kids sleep.
From six different angles.
In 6D.
They are all
Not the
Secret
most
Service
comfortable
agents.
of fibers.
Right.
That's so gross.
Yep, that's...
Bear noises.
Yeah.
This is affection, trust me. That's what we're going to name the baby.
Yeah.
Paint samples.
For a movie in which so much happens, it takes forever to get there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it takes its time setting up. That's
Yeah.
He's a caring man. He
Yeah.
has a home life.
I mean, this movie's 100 minutes long.
Yeah.
And it takes
Feels like 200 though.
Yeah, and it takes a long time to get to anything really going on.
Okay.
Spent hours picking out that font size.
Should use Windows. Click, 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 click. It has been an honor. This is the most unoriginal resignation letter he could possibly think of writing.
Well, I don't think that there's a excess of brains in this movie.
You're not wrong.
Not from him. Maybe his the MI6 agent.
Yeah.
When she first walks into this frame from the left, if you look a little too quickly, she looks like Pam from Archer.
Yes, she does.
Yeah.
I like that the whole purpose of this scene is to establish that the president is, in fact, indeed busy.
Yes.
Right. Paperwork. Things to do. Busy, busy, busy. Good news, Mr. President. It's a suppository.
Yeah. All of you just look at me on this phone call.
All right. All right, for the last time, I'm not going to approve funding for a giant drill bus that drives to the center of the earth. Now leave me alone.
Yeah.
Okay, Aaron, just keep looking up and to the left.
All right.
Okay.
Up and
More
to
upset.
the left.
Now just happier and with your mouth open.
Let the cleft in your chin carry you throughout this.
Crimson Chin movie spinoff from Fairly Odd Parents. Jay Leno's too old for that role now.
Yep.
Yep.
Bruce Campbell isn't.
That's accurate.
That's true. I was going to make a comment about how, because a British guy died, they were watching BBC, and I thought that would be kind of weird. But CNN does the thing where if they're in a country, they use a person who has an accent from that country to do reporting.
Really?
Yeah. The BBC does the same thing. So I was giving myself too much credit for making a joke. So
Now you're learning.
yeah.
For whom the bell tolls.
That's a weird looking boat.
It is a weird
That
looking
big
boat.
wheel one.
Yeah. So I'm gonna poke some holes in the plot of this movie now.
No.
Oh yeah. So obviously, bad things are coming to London, as the title of this movie goes, and they kind of get into the details of how they kind of set it up here. Were they specifically waiting for the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom to die so they could enact this plan that apparently took years?
No, they talk about it later. They poison him.
Oh, I must have missed that.
Yeah.
Have another beer, Max.
Well, they say he was killed by poison, and presumably they poisoned him.
Okay, so they set it up for 2 years, then poisoned him.
Yeah.
Never mind. Please, Ryan, please delete the last 30 seconds of audio on my mic.
No, we're immortalizing your shame.
All right.
I do think it's weird that they go around this table and give everybody like a title for the most part. Like at least 5 people,
Right.
of which only 2 of them matter.
Yeah,
right.
if you don't get a title in this movie, you probably die or are evil.
Yeah.
Like, there's people later on top of the roof of the church, Westminster Abbey. I think it's supposed to be like the Russian.
Right.
No,
little
the
guy
Russians
and
don't
lady.
show up.
Oh.
They specifically say that. I believe that's supposed to be the Italian prime minister,
Oh, okay.
which is why he's off with his mistress, because this movie is a movie of stereotypes.
Nah.
But I don't believe. Yeah, but he's like the one foreign emissary who doesn't get
Doesn't
like
get
a
title.
name and title.
Yeah. This scene has a lot of cuts in it. Like if you watch, there's a lot of cut, and cut, and cut, and cut,
Jeez, yeah.
cut.
These are the things we've started to notice when watching these movies, because otherwise, I don't think I would have ever picked up on that.
It's weird because like the 3 of these people are all very good actors, so you'd think that they'd
Right.
be able to carry this scene without having to do this camera angle nonsense.
Yeah, or just maybe have like a moving focus, like just
Yeah.
not a cut, but just a pan.
Yeah.
It's a failed attempt to add a kinetic feel to the scene.
Yeah,
For no
when there
reason.
really doesn't need to be one.
Right.
That's a good point.
Well, it's an actiony movie. They want to make this scene at least somewhat interesting to the general public, who probably, would go see this in theaters, I suppose.
Yeah.
Not that there's anything wrong with going to see action movies at the theaters.
No, there is, because then you get movies like this.
Right.
Well, yeah. But every once in a while, you're blessed by a Mad Max Fury Road, and then me and you go see it 7 times at the theater.
Yes. The biggest question I have actually out of all this part of the movie is, why is the vice president in the White House? He shouldn't be here. The vice president doesn't hang out in the White House.
He can visit.
Did he come? I guess he came back early from his
Came
vacation.
back from vacation. Yeah, I guess, maybe there's 3 days in between. I don't know. This movie
Yeah,
kind of
because
plays.
they have to plan like it's 3 days until the funeral thing. So
Yeah, it's a good joke.
It is. Morgan
Yep.
Freeman, eternally charismatic.
Yep.
yep.
These are the cuts where I'm wondering why they couldn't have just edited that out and made this movie 75
Oh, when
minutes.
he
Just strolling
20
down the
seconds of
road.
walking down the hallway.
Yeah.
There are some external shots that are just oddly grainy too, for no reason.
Mm. You know, I think that I noticed that, but assumed that it was just my stream getting bad.
No, it seems to be the movie. It seems to be on purpose.
Okay.
Sí. 3 días.
I feel like this movie likes to cut to whoever's talking whenever they're speaking. Like, it doesn't allow for someone off camera to be speaking or not directly viewing their face.
Yeah, and that's honestly fairly typical for a lot of movies. But,
Yeah.
hey,
But there's so many
that was
here.
creepy. I thought that was creepy.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Don't say bye bye daddy to me.
What, is that what your book club's reading right now?
Right. Does that pin actually mean anything? Is that a pin I should know about?
I was trying to figure
On
out what
his
that
left
pin was
lapel.
through this whole thing, because usually it's just an American flag lapel pin. I wonder if it's a Secret Service pin.
maybe?
I think that's probably what it is. That gives him all the powers he has.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thunder. Like that. So
So we're getting to the part of the movie where things are going to start actually
Why
happening.
does this look so
Yeah.
bad?
So if you're at home playing along, whenever they say the word move or get down, take a drink.
Yeah, take a shot of something.
This scene begins something that's interesting that I noticed about this movie. Anytime they begin to have an emotional scene between two characters, they have to insert an F-bomb before or after to make sure that it doesn't get too sappy.
Right. Yeah.
Except with the wife.
Right.
The wife,
Yeah.
the wife. But, like, these two are having a nice scene here about her being the godmother.
That's a big thing.
And it's a big thing, and they're going on, and here we go. And
Come on, Angela.
there
There
you
it
go.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
gotta-
if you pay
gotta
attention
keep
to
it
that, like he does that with the president at times too.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of the president, it's almost universal that every president, when they ask them what are you going to miss about not being the president anymore, they always say Air Force One. Every single one.
What's
So
this
this is-
actor's name? I'm trying to dig it out of IMDb here, but there's no picture next to it, so I can't figure it out.
I don't remember, but
'Cause he's from
at-
Arrow.
He's from Arrow, yeah.
Yeah. This is at New Scotland Yard. The old Scotland Yard sign had to be replaced as you just can't have an E off of the word old anymore. It's kind of
Wah,
archaic.
wah.
That's archaic. Medieval. Barbaric. Undivided breasts.
Thanks, boss.
Thanks, boss. Pretend.
I feel like they try to make like all of the dialogue within Scotland Yard like particularly British. Like it doesn't have to be,
Right.
but I kind of
Yeah.
appreciate it where he's like mucking and other things. Like there's a couple other little
Yeah.
idioms.
Idiom, sir. Chopper.
This is a fun little thing here when they're talking about, hey, you're early, and
Yeah.
it's just kind of a cool, like it's actually well done as to how it explains why they're safe from what's going to happen.
Right, right. It's not just 100% Gerard Butler is an invulnerable badass kind of thing, you know?
Yeah.
So there was a
just-
strategic reason.
Yeah.
Oh, the mischief you could have with those things.
The very beginning of this whole attack sequence is quite possibly one of the most unrealistic things I've ever seen in a movie.
It's pretty wild.
Yeah.
The level of infiltration that would have to happen.
Oh gosh, yeah.
The
When-
Joker from The Dark Knight is jealous of the level of infiltration
Yeah,
that these guys pulled off.
I was just like, what? Really? All of them?
Yeah.
Because they casually mentioned like, oh yeah, there are 300 UK nationals who have been to the Middle East and have returned. the
Yeah,
last
apparently
year.
every single one of them was
Yeah,
a
apparently
police
every single
officer.
one of them made their way into the
the
Metropolitan Police Force.
and apparently the Buckingham Palace Guard.
yeah.
Yeah, no problem.
Yep. That's a cool helicopter landing zone.
Yeah.
Perfect. It's exactly president sized.
This is another movie I think that suffers from they had a bunch of really neat ideas for scenes and
Right.
cool camera angles, and they just couldn't find a way to really put them together. They built the story around
Right.
that.
Around the set pieces.
I mean, they obviously found a way to put them together, but here's
Right.
another scene that I don't think needs to happen. But
Just staring out the window.
yeah, it's just one of those like, you know, Big Ben blowing up is cool, and the
Right,
helicopters
yeah.
landing is cool, and the Buckingham Palace Guards attacking is
Right.
cool, but there's no the logic that puts it all together just doesn't really hold.
Mm-hmm.
It also doesn't explain why she's like just there watching guards walking
Right,
around.
just-
Yeah,
and just
Just-
her.
because the number one thing you do during a state funeral is go sightseeing.
No, I'm gonna go watch the changing of the guard.
Yeah. And like the white rose with blood on it, you know, was on a storyboard somewhere.
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
You guys, how do we make this in the movie?
Right, yeah.
All it's missing was some John Woo white doves.
Face off. Generic phone conversation.
Yep.
Even in a quick montage, the Canadian Prime Minister still manages to be the most polite of everybody.
Yeah.
Right. Whose fault is it?
Ominous music playing.
Like, I know there's a big zoom going. I don't know. It just seems a little film grainy there to me. All right, so this limo driver, to me, looks like Japanese Peter Dinklage, kind of.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
In the face.
Yeah,
The similar shaped head.
I mean, it's not
yeah, I'll give you that.
not just him peering over the top of the steering wheel, but you get my point.
Yeah.
I also like that apparently everybody else has all these private tours and everything, and the Japanese Prime Minister is stuck in traffic.
Yeah, I found that like really disrespectful. But they had to do the whole London Bridge is falling down.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
not London Bridge, but
I think it's Chelsea
It is.
Bridge. Isn't
yeah,
it?
it is.
A bridge in London that is falling. That guy's creepy AF.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So speaking
They
of,
also happen to know he was going to be there, but
yeah, as they're going through all of these things,
Jacques Mignard.
yeah, they're going through all these things. That subtle, hey, the Russians aren't coming. I don't know if that's supposed to be like a nod that the Russians had their hand in helping plan this or not, or what.
I don't
but
think it's just that fictional Putin don't give a fuck.
it could be, but I mean, it seems, why mention it then?
I don't know, because we were trying to, like, the U.S. relations with Russia were kind of deteriorating
Yeah.
when this movie was probably being made.
Yep. That other Secret Service agent looks like a villain from The Tick.
He does. He just looks like Michael Chiklis's brother.
He does, yeah. Like, there are a couple of actors who have had to do double takes to make sure they weren't more well-known actors. They kind of look alike.
Right, the lady on the roof, the first couple of frames she was revealed, I was like, is that Scarlett Johansson? No.
Oh, okay.
Obviously it's
I
not.
could see that, how you can get that.
Yeah.
Who likes going to funerals?
Exactly.
Honestly.
You creepy British man.
As someone named James, I can tell you that feeling is relatively universal.
Among Jameses.
Among Jameses, yes.
I'm kind of saddened that the Canadian guy's the first to go.
Yeah, by
Spoilers, Max.
Ah, yeah.
I thought that was I enjoyed that one. I thought that was a
That-
cool one.
That was ingenious.
that was also, but watching this the first time, I'm like, wait, there are people looking at that right there. How
Yeah.
did they not notice how that thing is much smaller now?
The
that
camera
mirror.
angle doesn't do it justice, but they put those mirrors really
Way-
far
yeah.
underneath.
Far under the car.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that looks like it's barely at the bumper, but it should be really deep
On the
under.
frame.
Yeah.
Start the frame.
And time to make Roland Emmerich proud.
That's why you never leave Canada without the Mounties.
Right.
Yeah, just like
And begin carnage.
yeah. I mean,
His meter must have run out.
Yep.
the one defense of this movie is that they go for it.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
The later on too, they talk about how only 19 first responders died. So that must be a different wave of people that go to
Right.
hell.
Oh, no, I think it's been like, oh my gosh, send more people.
Yeah, I think it's those people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Back inside. Wait. Go back to the car.
You're not pulling that sanctuary bullshit.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Just thermite right
Yeah.
through it.
I fully believe that is a thing that, modern military has. It's like little magnetic thermite
Oh,
grenade
definitely.
things.
Yeah. But that was a cool way to like.
Of course they're not. The British police don't carry guns unless they have special authority.
I think they probably all do right now.
Oh, yeah, that's probably an instance, but
Yeah.
Oh no. Cover me. I have to go up these stairs and then we gotta come back down.
Yeah. Woo.
I don't think that's how that works, but let's go with it.
This was another cool one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I thought this was a neat way for them to pull this off.
Yeah, speeding across the bridge.
Yeah.
It's an elaborate ruse.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think he made it?
Well, like in terms of they're trying to take somebody out, like that seems like one that they might be able to actually pull off.
Right.
But I feel like whenever you destroy a bridge in a movie, it just goes to like, look how bad things are.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Especially if it's the Golden Gate Bridge. The
Oh, the poor Golden Gate
the
Bridge.
poor Golden Gate Bridge.
Yeah.
You're not safe from kaiju
Right.
or X-Men.
Yeah.
It's the black guy dying first of national landmarks.
That's true. Is
I
that
assume that priest was a insider guy.
That was my assumption too. Which again, that seems like of all the like, as dumb as it sounds, of all the places to like sneak into, it seems like Westminster Abbey would be the most difficult of all of these places.
He's a politician. He opens the doors.
Yeah.
This is to absolutely, positively make sure that the French or Aquaman does
Right.
not get involved.
Yeah, this is a really big explosion.
Yeah, this is. Ooh, yeah, that's severe.
Yeah.
Bang bang boom.
See, if that shot was much more zoomed in to like Riverview, I imagine the effects budget would have been much, much higher. But by pulling out and just showing like the cloud and whatever,
That
I
makes
think
sense.
the bridge chaos would have benefited from being shot from a lot further away because it just looked so bad.
well, I think I mean, they kind of wanted to show like the progression of like first all the cables go, then the
Yeah.
asphalt cracks. But
I'm pretty sure all that was stock footage too, the emergency vehicles responding.
wouldn't be surprised. That could explain some of the graininess you're seeing, Ryan.
See,
This chase sequence
Oh,
gets
there you head
interesting
down.
too. I didn't pick up without the subtitles because I didn't watch it with the subtitles that the driver of that car is Voight.
right?
Oh,
Yeah, I didn't pick that up until just right now watching it.
Monsieur Voight. There it is, the rose. Got some jam on it.
man, that's 2 movies now we've had roses featured somewhat prominently, and that and Jeepers Creepers.
Gee, I would rather watch Jeepers Creepers again than this movie.
Oh yeah,
This
Almost
movie
definitely.
does have some cool scenes. but
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, well, that's what I was talking about earlier. It has neat scenes, but there's just nothing to really tie them together that is interesting.
It's like set piece to set piece.
Yeah,
Oh God, they hired the security team from Inception.
So,
yep. And here we go. Again, this like the level of infiltration is
Bring again.
absurd. I enjoy this chase sequence for the most part.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Yeah, it does what it needs to do.
Mm-hmm.
Whee!
the
If anything, because all the car stuff, it's actual cars, not like
Yeah,
CGI.
yeah,
Yeah.
CGI. Yeah.
bad CG crunching.
Mm-hmm.
I have learned a bit from this movie, though. Apparently, in London, cars have different gravity than everywhere else in the world.
Oh, with
They're
that
always
car
flipping
flip?
everywhere.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like that the
Angry.
direction for that guy is to just do that like 3 separate
Yeah,
times
yeah.
in the movie.
All right, visor up. Look mad.
This seems worse. Does this
Handbrake
seem worse to
now?
anybody else?
Yeah,
Hard
that's
break
why.
now.
Yeah,
Why would you do this?
yeah. Now you lost your mirror, or your window.
Your window.
Yeah, your bulletproof
Which
window.
then immediately Voight dies.
right.
So, yes, it is worse. Oh, he goes to the front. Okay, I thought it went through the back.
No.
No, I think it is from the back.
No, it's through the front. It's them shooting at the front window a ton.
But yeah, in any case, removing yourself of one bulletproof window is a poor decision.
Yeah.
Was he a carryover character from the first movie?
No, he's the guy who's driving the car in the very first part of the movie.
Oh, have you tried hitting him?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That's only in kilometers though, so it's not really as fast.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like 70 kilometers. It's like what,
Like that was-
50?
No, it's weird. Just the stutter shot there is like the only point in the movie that happens with the car spinning around.
Mm.
Is Angela Bassett's character in the first movie?
No. I did enjoy that, but now you don't have a door.
He just
Well, yeah,
really wants it
eventually
to be a
he just loses-
convertible
yeah.
by the end of this chase.
He does a pretty good job of doing it too.
I feel like this movie, takes a lot from Christopher Nolan's movies. Like this very much reminds me of like that opening part of, not the opening part of Inception, but when they first go into Cillian Murphy's dreams and they're having the shotgun wielding motorcycle people chasing them.
Right.
Yeah.
And just some of the way that like the city explosions are shot. It kind of reminds me of like Dark Knight and Dark Knight Returns.
Yeah.
Or Rises, not Returns.
Him hitting that pillar is
Yeah.
the first of 5 brutal deaths in this movie.
Yeah, when you first mentioned that to me before we recorded, I'm like, that's probably one of them. And
that's one.
Stare ominously through
Yep. All right.
motorcycle visor.
Yeah, motorcycle visor guy. That was number 2.
Yep. The like I said, that's another part where like, unless I'm completely off base and remembering the first movie wrong, he wasn't brutal like that in the first movie.
Just effective, not brutal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because he goes ham a few times in this movie. The knifings are pretty great.
Yeah, the knife work is pretty cool in the movie, actually. I think I wish they would have done it less, I guess, in a less brutal sense, but done more of it, because it really does something unique to action movies, his knife work. Was that outside scene one of the grainy scenes you were talking about there, Ryan?
I was drinking beer at that moment, so I wasn't paying attention.
Okay.
Yeah, so how are you guys liking the Barney Fife?
Barley Fife
Barley
is
Fife.
quite good, actually.
Yeah, it's good. It's very dark, but good.
Yeah. Yeah, my parents were doing like a winery tour on the West Coast a couple weeks/month ago, and they brought me this back because I'm like, oh, James wants to do that London movie. Let's do this English style beer.
Nice.
So
Yeah, this is good. I like it a lot. What is it? English dry stout? Is that what it's classified as?
yes, yeah.
That's good.
I mean, lately I've been having like a lot of sweeter stouts, and this is a nice change. It's more of a porter.
I think.
Yeah.
I might try to get into some more of these. This will be good to expand from.
Yeah, so just I would say stay away from the cream stouts and
That makes sense. Hacking.
he's not typing furiously.
Although it's later revealed that he is, in fact, not hacking.
Dun dun. I was a little disappointed. To your point, James, kind of spoiling the movie before we get there, but
We've already done a lot of
it
them.
was, it was
we've
the
already
creepy
spoiled
guy.
how-
I mean,
Yeah.
the creepiest guy at the beginning of the movie is the mole. I mean, come on.
yeah. The way that they focus on him for more than like his line.
Right.
You know, for a movie that kind of hits like the major landmarks, things that everyone would know, like there's a bridge and here's Westminster Abbey, they blow that building up. I have no idea what that building
I
is.
thought it might have been like some kind of antenna TV thing.
It was
But
221B Baker Street.
No, it was not.
last I checked, that wasn't a skyscraper.
Yeah.
Shows what you know. Like, that's just a grainy shot in the White House there.
I enjoy that this scene is set up by him saying a line
Question and then an answer.
and then immediately overwritten by this guy. We don't have any drones, sir. Sir, we have drones.
Yeah.
People get
Half of
nameplates
these people
again.
have like no lines or
Yep.
maybe one line.
No.
I mean, we can gather that they're important people because they're at this table. We
Yeah.
don't need them all labeled.
Yeah. Also, you'd think that the secure conference room wouldn't have a wall of windows that look directly into it also.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, your carbon emissions are gonna be unacceptable.
They're not part of the EU anymore. They don't care.
Give a fuck.
Does it seem weird to anybody else at this? Oh, there are seatbelts. They're just not wearing them. Okay.
It's just the president.
Yeah.
See, you say that, but that pretty much guarantees it won't be okay.
Yeah.
There is actually in the helicopter portion of this movie an interesting strategic maneuver. I was like, oh well, yeah, that's a thing that would probably happen in The Ultimate Sacrifice. That's pretty
Yeah, that's a scene stolen straight from Air Force One.
right.
But
right.
yeah, it's true.
It's
It would
probably
happen.
a tactic. Like,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. That's why they fly with more
It's
than
in
one.
their-
Right. Right.
It's in their playbook.
Yep.
I'm very surprised by this.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah. Is that what that was?
I thought that was a different helicopter.
I will say
Again,
this is probably like the most intense part of the movie.
yeah, I think so.
Because I don't think I've seen many like helicopter shooting down scenes.
Yeah. They again, there are so many stingers in this
Yeah.
scene.
One thing I'm interested in is though, like, would they really have this few flares? I mean, they had what, 2 deployments per helicopter?
They deploy a lot. So they deployed 1 each there, and I think they deploy 3 or 4 more times.
Yeah. I mean,
Maybe I miscounted.
Yeah.
like there's never enough flares in whatever you're doing.
Right.
In any
So that
sequence
was 2. And then they double it up here.
Because there's like, yeah.
All right,
3.
So that's 3 deployments.
And then there's
Yeah,
another
there's
one
another
right
one.
there too. 4. Yep.
I mean, that's an interesting thought exercise. Like, if you're that guy flying that chopper, like, there's a very distinct moment in your mind where you're like, well, this is what I do.
Yeah,
You know?
I mean
Yep.
that's what they sign on for, you know.
That's crazy.
And I guess that's a perfect that's a relatively profound moment in this movie.
Yeah, for
Mhm.
certain.
And it's in a big intense scene you're talking about, but
Yeah.
it's an example of there's some really interesting thought processes that can be had in this movie, but it just kind of gets wrapped up in violence and like America's awesomeness.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah.
Later in the movie.
I mean, this movie is 90 minutes of Screaming Eagle, for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I really never noticed that Jackie Earl Haley was, like, Happy Meal sized. But
Yeah, he is.
I love him as an actor from what I've seen him in, but he's a tiny, tiny man.
Mm-hmm.
He was a good Freddy Krueger, but that movie was terrible. Don't watch that movie.
And that's coming from Ryan, and Ryan loves horror movies.
That's right. A connoisseur. Connoisseur.
Did he just pretend he had smelling salt between
Yeah,
his finger and
I,
thumb?
I think he did.
Maybe he was going to do the world's tiniest violin. Oh, I had my helicopter shot down.
Yeah. and we're gonna have some feelings here, so we need an F-bomb.
Right. You don't want any of the over masculine audience feeling vulnerable while they're watching.
I will stay because I need to have a sentimental moment, but
Yep.
you need to leave.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're the president. Go stand in an open field while terrorists look for you.
Yeah. It's a
Just
grim,
like Stan Lee.
yeah, it's a grim thing to say to somebody when you're dying.
Yeah. But I imagine every like dying comic book person says that to Stan Lee
Yeah.
Right.
because he just like lives off of the youth of others apparently.
See, that's a heartfelt moment.
Yeah.
And we ruined it.
I think it would have been a much more touching had they reversed those last two lines of make the fucker pay, you got to see your kid.
Yeah.
Because that just makes it seem more hate-filled than if it was the other way around.
Right.
Yeah.
I agree completely. But then it's more to James's point that those expletives just encapsulate every sentimental interaction just about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a very small thing in that shot, but if you notice Aaron Eckhart's hand, he was just nervously fidgeting with his hands at his side there, kind of watching in.
Yeah.
I'm noticing that's a mannerism of Gerard Butler's is when he's ordering something loudly, he's often like bouncing up and down a little bit while he's talking.
Okay.
Oh gosh, giant bees are approaching.
Yeah. It's the terrorist BMX force.
Beads.
The part of this that I think is ridiculous is that these guys played no purpose in this movie for the most part. They show up, they chase him around, you hear him a little bit later, and then presumably the guys they fight in the tube are from this, but outside of that, they're gone.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
They get tired.
yeah, apparently.
They're part of the union. They only have to work 8 hours a day.
It's a cat with its head stuck in a bucket.
Yeah.
I need your chair.
Have they searched that guy's nose for WMDs?
Jeez. See, like, this statement is I mean, it's one of those things where, you know, obviously I don't agree with it, but it's one of those things that it's an interesting...
Yeah, but it's
like-
also the same message you hear in every action movie involving a terrorist from the Middle East.
But it's not in some ways. I mean, his opening statement of your idea of war in the West is somewhere else in this dusty, far-off location.
Okay, yeah.
Like,
yeah.
that's
okay,
an-
yeah.
that's-
I thought you were talking about the you send our poor to keep
No.
okay.
That part is interesting.
Yeah. Okay.
Taco trucks.
Jackie Earl Haley is surprised he got that number.
Hey, I'm on the free version of Skype, so if I cut out,
Right.
I'll call back.
Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop.
Oh, so he is the trigger man.
Oh!
Dum, bum, bum. See, I always feel awkward watching scenes like this because you know it's a table of people staring at a blue rectangle.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah. Something I noticed here, too, which is ridiculous, is that, I don't know if they're going to show it again, but when they were showing it where he was talking, it says mic on, security level unclassified. None of this would be unclassified. I can promise you that.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And those people really need other limbs.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Yeah, it's amazing that they have all of those people around the table that are like the CIA and NSA, and they took time to notify us who they were, but the vice president is the one who comes up with the way to find the guy.
Yep. He's Morgan Freeman. Morgan Freeman does not want to be president once again. He's
Yeah.
moved past that part in his career.
Right.
And brutal death number 2.
Ow.
Wu-Tang, as Wu-Tang Clan says, protect your neck.
I am noticing, though, that Aaron Eckhart has, like, 0% emotion throughout most of this movie. It's all very dry.
Yeah.
Not that that's necessarily good or bad.
I feel like all the actors, all the people he plays are pretty much the same person. Like, this could easily be Harvey Dent.
It could. It's a bad joke. It's a bad joke, Gerard Butler.
Yeah, that's bad. You should feel bad.
Yeah.
Those are my favorite kind of hillbillies.
No, we got to do that later in the movie.
Then we go to the Orange Julius.
That would be better. That would be better than what happens in this movie.
Is he running for president with that line?
I probably. Oh, there.
Oh, the bees!
Yeah.
Terror bees.
Don't worry, there's an American werewolf stationed in these tubes.
Yeah.
Why? Why would you stand so far away?
Because one, that's not how guns shooting locks work.
Yeah.
Operation Metro and Battlefield 4. Shit's about to go down.
Yeah. And it goes down pretty much the same way that Operation Metro
Yeah.
does, where everyone dies at the bottom of the stairs.
Right. No, everybody just dive into the meat grinder. No one go around.
Yeah.
That's a cool shot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, this is another cool idea for a
Also
scene.
very sci-fi-y.
Right. That would be a cool shot, particularly to see in the theater, just with how the perspective is shifting like that. I like that. Almost gives you a bit of vertigo.
I like this bit of distraction here. I think this is a really cool,
Right.
like, clever scene.
I really liked how the camera followed the smoke grenade as it was going.
Yeah.
I thought that was I want more shots like that and not quick cuts between
This
characters.
is a cool idea.
Yeah, putting the
So it doesn't roll. And it's not loud.
Yep.
Okay, bye.
And then he comes around and everyone's already hurt because he throws the grenade in from the other side with the. Like, it's a really, that's a smart scene that is smarter than the rest of this movie.
Right.
Yeah.
This is going to be probably a common criticism of a lot of the things we watch, but the director shows a lot of technical adeptness at times as far as how things are shot, but as far as like overall narrative and telling a story, it's kind of not there.
Yeah. Swear to me. This whole scene, this whole
Is this number
death,
3 on your
this
list?
is number 3 and by far the worst.
Yeah, this is pretty brutal.
I mean, let's remind ourselves here. This is the hero of our movie.
Right.
Murdering someone's brother while his brother listens over a walkie-talkie.
Right.
It's 2016.
It's the good guy of the movie.
Right.
Like,
I'm not arguing with you.
He's not even. It's not an anti-hero. It's not anything else. He's a Secret Service agent. Who did it in front of the president. Like, if you're the president and you get back to the United States, aren't you probably like,
we're going to get you some help.
Maybe it's time Mike goes in for some psychological evaluation.
I liked him much better when he was running backwards.
Yeah.
My morning jog. But
Like
that was.
I mean,
just slowly
this
rocks
is-
this knife
yeah.
blade back and forth.
I just... Like, my reaction the first time I saw that, Ryan, was the same reaction I had to the top of the toilet from 2LDK scene.
Oh, right. Oh, 2LDK. Yeah. This is just like, whoa.
Oh, yeah. I mean, when one of your other characters has to be like, is that necessary? And their response is, no. You probably should have cut that part out of the movie.
Who do you love? What about Snapchat?
Anything that isn't secured could get in the wrong hands. That's the definition of unsecured communications. Because the point of that was that secured communications are compromised because someone's on the inside.
Mm-hmm. Hey, other people at the table talked.
That's a real
Yeah.
stretch.
Yeah.
Like, it would have been something if they had a scene where they showed him doing that, like on the street,
Yeah.
Right.
and then later explain that. But
Yeah, that feels like a reshot when they were like,
bring in the second unit.
yeah. How'd they figure that one out?
Yeah, because they're still underground, and that would assume that they went upstairs to give a sign to go back downstairs.
No, I think that's at the helicopter crash. No, it's not.
No, because he has the gun.
He has the gun. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Running out of ammo is a
An action movie fallacy because it never happens.
Well, no, they run out of ammo a lot in this movie.
Well, not. Oh no, I mean generally.
Generally, yeah, they run out of ammo a lot in this movie, but they're never until the end of the movie. He's never in like dire circumstances to which he can't stop and get extra ammo off of the people he just shot.
Yeah. Maybe he just like walks over it and he picks it up like in video games.
But he's not doing it.
Right. I wasn't sure if he was going to have to fulfill this order or not at the end of this movie. Because this is, I mean, another very selfless act.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's good on him.
Yeah.
Don't let me become a symbol. Kill me. A symbol of the wrong things.
I thought that, again, was a really interesting thing they kind of gloss over. Like, he knows it's not a one-time thing. Once it gets on the internet, there will forever be a video of a U.S. president being executed on it.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's another
Go down in history as the one who was executed live on the web.
Right. There you go.
Okay.
It just sounds like he's narrating something right now.
Yep. Well, he is.
Well, right.
Yeah, see, I'm assuming that's the response force.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
The one thing, 'cause there's actually a decent amount of diversity in this movie.
Yeah.
And the one thing that I think is interesting and I like is that the bad guys aren't all just like
Middle Eastern
guys.
Yeah,
they're people from all that look different and everything.
A lot of international
believe
folks.
me,
Yeah.
the UK's got a white nationalist problem.
Yeah, but I mean, like it's interesting that they took the diversity and put it mostly on the good side.
Yes, yeah.
But also on both sides.
But on both sides, yeah.
Right.
But
Yeah.
it seems like they took a very deliberate approach to make a lot of diversity in this movie. Actually,
Yeah. Yeah. Good on you. London Has Fallen. Good on you.
yeah. Well, there's more diversity in this movie than the Harry Potter movie that I just saw. So the Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them.
Oh, okay.
Which is an interesting comment, although they are in 1920s United States.
Fair
so
Yeah.
there's that.
But New York, 1920s United States.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Anyway,
but we digest.
I do like these scenes actually. I enjoy them running around in empty streets. I think that's kind of neat.
Very 28 Days Later.
Yeah.
I imagine for like those air horns are just like hidden around London, like pop out of like call boxes and post office things, and just like.
Like the thing from Who Killed Roger Rabbit.
Yes.
So this will be 2 movies with Rhoda Mitchell and air horns if we do Silent Hill.
The MI6 agent here, who is far more capable than anybody in apparently anywhere, is
Jax?
Yeah, Jax is pretty cool.
Yeah.
But
See, this is the
like
point
that
where the
response.
movie divulges into everything becomes poorly lit and you can't tell anything.
Right.
yeah. The hint of history between these two is weird.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You wouldn't say that to the
Right,
president.
right.
No.
Like, you don't need
He's-
that line.
The other line was I did once and that's why I'm with a blonde.
Yeah. I don't. It's just not a line you need.
Morgan Freeman.
They're apparently just putting this message out on the radio.
Yep.
Right. Just well, you know who does? John Cena.
Yeah. The Delta team has been clandestinely inserted that I will openly talk about on the radio.
Right. These communications are secret.
and then you'll be flying through these
Right,
coordinates the whole way home.
Coordinates at approximately 2:32 in the evening.
Yeah.
The other option of getting him out was the how they extracted Batman from China in
Oh yeah.
Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think you guys are right, Pat. Like now, the rest of the movie is just all black and shadows.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Whole rest
it's like
of the
it's
movie.
nighttime, so it must be dark inside.
Yeah.
I mean, the power's out, but still, like places have generators and stuff.
Yeah,
Also, why on earth would the G8 authorize a drone strike?
I don't know.
that's
I don't work in the private. I don't work in the public sector.
That's an economic group of countries.
I don't know.
Drones are cheap, bro.
Yeah. Do you think they get tired of speaking in raspy voices?
No, because they get paid a lot of money to do so.
That's true. Well, we need some F-bombs. There we go,
Right.
because we have some feelings coming up.
All right. Just a glass of vodka.
Yeah.
Down it goes.
The president, on the other hand, did not do that to his water, as you can see in the bottom left of that screen.
Right. I wish the drone would have hit him.
Yeah. There you go. That's
Okay.
that's the one quite little reference to him.
Yeah, and having not seen the first one, I still would have had no idea that she's dead.
Yeah,
Right. Yeah. I mean, you don't need to, but it kind of adds to knowing that. It kind of adds to the scene being.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
that's-
definitely.
yeah.
that they're sticking together.
But
You don't need it though.
when he said that his son sends him like joke emails every day, I'm like, is your son a middle-aged relative?
Like, this is another genuinely fun. Like you can tell these two probably like each other outside of it. Like they get along on the screen, and maybe they just don't, and they're really good actors.
Right.
But like there's genuine
There's good-
friendship
yeah.
between these two characters, at least. Like that. Like I don't know. Yeah, it's a kind of a cheesy laugh.
Well,
but
I feel like how Aaron Eckhart interacts with Gerard Butler is, I think, like how you would expect a president to interact with like his head Secret Service guy.
Yeah.
but the opposite
does
isn't-
not work.
Yeah,
No. Yeah. But it does right there. Like that. Like they're having a just normal conversation
Yeah.
right there. Enhance.
Zoom.
I refuse to believe that you could make that ascertainment from that video feed.
They're in a literal conga line.
Oh yeah, because it was really hard.
Yeah. Man, if
See,
anyone...
yeah, you can't tell what's going on in any of these scenes.
No.
So you saw this in the theater, James?
Yeah.
Did you like walk outside and become blinded for a day because of the adjustment to actual light after
No.
watching?
No.
this?
I'm sorry. I saw the first one in the theater.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah,
that's what you said.
like I didn't know who that was.
Yeah. I like this exchange. Right. This one. Like that actually seems like a thing where
Right.
like
and
it's, that's a time that you can I
Yeah,
suppose use the
that's- yeah.
F-bomb
And
with the president.
had the rest of the dialogue not been so permeated by Fox,
Yeah, that would have been
that
really
would have been
funny.
a way
Yeah.
funnier scene.
Yeah.
Dramatic music fades up.
Yeah. That guy knows how to
Really?
open a gun. Open
No
a door.
sparks or nothing? No muzzle flash?
Nope.
Just,
And
I'm
see,
sure he's fine. He's totally fine.
yeah,
Yep.
he makes a mistake here. Anyone who's played Metal Gear Solid knows you have to hide the bodies.
Right.
Yep.
Gives a whole new meaning to
But I found it odd that rather than grabbing the knife and do another stealthy little kill, he has to I need to wrestle you to the ground first. Then I'll grab my knife.
Yeah, there goes number 4, probably.
Nope,
No?
that's not number 4.
That's not number 4. That's a good.
I mean,
one,
that's cool. I mean, like I said, that's kind of neat knife work.
yeah.
I do appreciate that he shoots the door a little bit before he jumps through it right there.
A little bit of channeling Max Payne here.
Yeah. This is another scene where things just get ridiculous really quickly. And because that guy's not on a rope or anything.
Yeah,
he just jumps through
Batman
the
through the skylight.
This guy goes through the brutal death number 4.
I guess we had to be reminded that he had a knife.
Yeah, which that also isn't the same knife he pulled out earlier.
Right.
Yeah, this is
Oh God, no, not like this.
yeah. Oh,
See his jowls quiver there, brr. Exercising executive power.
yeah.
He's all vetoed.
I'm really glad that he admonishes him there.
Yeah.
Like the president just had to shoot someone and kill them to save your life. It's probably not a good time to make a joke at him.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a cool callback to the beginning of the movie too, where they're
Right.
jogging.
Yeah.
Running.
Yep.
Yeah. I'll drive.
I don't know who said that.
Right.
I don't know who said I'll drive you shoot.
Yeah, I think the president did, but you'd think that since he does no shooting for the rest of the movie in that,
Right.
that
Yeah.
they should have swapped. I
Yeah.
also like that the worst terrorist attack in London's history is going on, and she just strolls
Flashes a badge.
Yeah, strolls into the secret police
Yeah,
headquarters.
flashes a badge in the dark.
Yeah.
That's totally me. It's fine. That guy obviously is a villain.
No one touches him for the whole movie because they get too slimy if they do.
Yeah.
No kidding. Sounds sexy.
But yeah, there's the definition for this last half an hour is just terrible. That's a great.
It's a good
great
line again right there too.
Yep.
Which again also goes to the other reason why maybe he shouldn't be the one driving.
Yeah. Shouldn't be the one behind
Yeah,
the
that's
wheel.
why I thought that Gerard Butler was going to be I'll drive you shoot because he did all that great driving earlier in the movie.
And the president's
Then
like,
again,
no, I want to drive. That's an order.
All right. He ate at Chipotle.
It's not really super crazy clever, but I did enjoy that this is where they find his base of operations. That nothing was going on at this location,
Right.
no shipping or anything, but it used a lot of power. I thought that was all right. Well, I'll buy that. That's clever enough for intelligence analysts to at least come away with something to be like, you should probably check
look
this
here.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You just got told by Morgan Freeman.
I don't know what's on that guy's epaulettes, but I want some.
We've shown too many bright things. Back to
Yep.
darkness forever.
Sorry. I'm getting over a little bit of a sickness, so if you caught that, I apologize.
Sick bastard.
I
Quarantine
get,
him.
I get it that it's London. There's no lights, but still,
There are also no moon or stars at London.
Nope.
well, over a big city. Well, whatever. It's overcast. It's London. It's overcast.
It's over, yeah.
Could be raining. Just random guns in the dark.
Yeah.
I'm still wondering what those are supposed to be.
those explosions.
Yeah.
I'm assuming they're grenades, but they look like landmines.
Yeah. And if they are,
Either way, not enough boom.
right?
Yeah.
Like this is the most unlikely timed event in the whole movie.
Yeah.
Like I said, cues from Dark Knight. Hit
Yep.
by a garbage truck.
True,
Well,
yeah. And more
I think a garbage truck.
more of your
Car gravity.
Car gravity.
Yep.
Yeah. Hey.
I'm sorry, but the idea of this style of van like being used for like kidnapping / gun placement, I just find very amusing. It's like it's a big and boxy.
That they show him in pain here, but not in pain in about 2 seconds is
Right.
very odd.
Uses a second wind. Yeah, big old boxy van.
Yep. And here we have brutal death number 5.
Oh, yeah, this is the knife one I was thinking about.
Like it uses it to climb out.
Right.
Yeah. Now, one of the things that I do think is interesting out of all the the really bad deaths that he causes in this movie, only one of them is against one of the theoretically big bad guys, and it's the brother who we don't meet up with really at all. I'm guessing that brother is the one who's driving around on the motorbike.
I think so. Yeah.
Is who that's supposed to be, but you don't really get a good
Yeah.
look at him.
You see a lot of visor,
Yeah.
angry visor brow.
I also like that apparently the SEALs and the SAS just walked into each other on the way to the embassy. They're like, "Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's going on?
Let's just hang out."
Yeah, he loses his accent here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep, that
there it
last
is.
line.
Yep. So I have a over under question for you.
Okay.
Do you think this movie uses the word terrorist over or under the amount of times the word terrorist is used in Team America?
It does not use the word terrorist as much as Team America.
Okay.
I'm going to side with Max on that one.
That's what I thought too.
Because they specifically have terrorists referring to themselves as terrorists.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, those are some cool epaulets.
Yeah. I like that nobody else figured that out. No one else went in there and was like, "Oh, hey, look, there's an authorization code disabling the cameras."
Yeah, right.
These look exactly like the tunnels from Dark Knight Rises.
Yes, they do.
They same up even with how they have those lights, the utility lights, on the bowls.
Yeah. The subtitles there actually showed me the correct spelling of his name.
Right.
Yeah.
Kamran.
Yep.
You thought it was also CAM.
Yeah, from Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Jeez, wow. Couldn't be further from what we're watching.
You'll keep calling me. You'll keep calling me. Inspector Hazard.
Yeah.
Inspector Gadget's UK
Inspector
counterpart.
Hazard. Go, Gadget crumpets.
Have you ever had a crumpet?
I haven't.
They're quite good.
Oh, I'm awesome.
Such a badass.
I got those ball-seeking bullets.
Yeah.
Ballistic missiles. I mean,
I feel like they're having just Gerard Butler slowly move down a alleyway.
Oh,
with
yeah.
random lens flare being added in post.
The two finest fighting forces in the world travel down a narrow hallway.
Yeah, right.
Behind explosive cover.
I like the burning car here.
Slowly
Yeah.
pushed burning
car.
pickup truck.
Yeah.
This is a nice, cool, long cut, though.
Yeah, this is a fun sequence.
Again, a scene that, like, yes, we need this, but
Yeah.
I do appreciate the shots from the windows and the upper floors at the back of the alley, too.
And there goes half of the...
There's a lot of yelling that goes on in that, but when they cut later, they still have all of their dudes, it looks like, for the most part.
Well, they reach the checkpoint and get, like, 3 of the 5 dudes they lost back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't
Like right there,
tell
they're just
what
walking
that
down
is.
Oh, it's a minigun.
Oh, I know what it is, but like I
Yeah,
can tell what
you
it is
don't-
after
yeah,
the grenade
after it's on
hits it.
fire.
Yeah.
But it's like something rolls up and a machine gun starts shooting.
Whoops, that was president.
Yep.
5 o'clock, 6 o'clock,
I like
7
this
o'clock,
scene right here. Where they're right there, they're firing.
Yeah.
They throw the grenades in, and then go in
Yeah.
after it. I think that's a really cool. The camera work right here is pretty
Yeah.
cool. How it goes in with them.
That was probably a cut there to a different set of shooting.
Maybe it's because we're not watching this in a completely dark room, but a mostly darkened room,
Right.
that we can't make out a lot of stuff.
No matter what, when you watch this movie, even in the dark, you can't. The lens flashes where the bullets are coming from are supposed to be indistinct and down the road.
Well, you don't know, yeah, but still, like, the details of, like, what... Are they in front of a building, or are they just leaning up against some posts?
Oh, yeah.
It's just, yeah, everything ends up being in like a black mud.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you know, part of it is the room we're in, but you can't see it right now. But the SAS guy doesn't have any clip in his gun.
Do you think they'd be speaking English here?
No.
I don't think so either.
No.
Because of how dark the rest of this movie is, that thing must look like a shining beacon in the alley
Yeah.
right now.
That's another plot hole right there. If we attack the building, they're going to kill the president. Okay, look, I'm going to go
Attack
in the
the
building
building.
and then attack the building.
Oh, what's going on? We're being attacked.
Yeah.
Parkour.
Yeah. It goes to a little bit of a shaky cam here, but I actually like the shaky cam when he jumps in the building. It's a
Yeah.
neat shot. Whee!
Tuck, roll. Prepare for some justice.
Yeah. Distant gunfire is what the subtitle said. How far did he jump?
Right. Across the border. I don't own a pair, so I've always wondered if night vision goggles are required to make this stupid ass sound when you turn them on. The whirring.
I don't know. Maybe they better. Otherwise, Sounds of the Lambs fall apart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You great big old fat girl. Music continues.
Yeah.
So I was just thinking of Archer and his shenanigans with night vision.
With night vision goggles. Nice.
Thanks, movie. We needed to know what time it was.
Yeah.
Well, remember, he's going to get executed at 8 p.m.
I know.
But the power's out, so it doesn't really matter when he's going to get executed.
Right.
Because they can't stream it.
Right.
I think that one sounded like a sound effect celery twist.
Yeah, yeah.
Could see that. Oh,
That should have just blinded
that
him.
would have been all.
You-
Yeah.
Your pupils are
Game over.
supposed to be huge right now.
Get more petrol.
Yeah.
And then the whole world has to see me sing.
I like to sing it.
You taking voice lessons from Christian Bale?
That doesn't make any sense, Cameron. You can't kill somebody alive. No.
I'm not kissing you.
Yeah.
I know you are. What am I?
That would make me so happy.
Yeah. This coming scene right here, I think, is fun.
Sup, bitches?
Because that would be the reaction right there by those guys. Just to be like, oh, I want to kill him. I got to hand it to the guy that got his leg shot.
Yeah, just soldiering on here.
Yep. All right.
Shot in the other leg.
This coming scene, what is he sliding on? He
His
just
gun?
lays down and slides out.
He's
Secret
sliding on
Service issue grease dispenser.
on a thick layer of American freedom.
I mean... Oh.
The soundtrack even sounds Hans Zimmer-y.
That injury has zero relevance to the rest of the movie.
Yeah.
Oh my God, the humanity! Butler just put him through the ring.
Yeah.
Here comes the chair.
Damn
I
you,
do enjoy
Comcast.
Yeah, they're waiting on the internet connection. I thought that was actually pretty funny watching that stupid green light go.
Reset the modem.
Yeah. Gotta hold this tension here. Hold it, Cameron. Hold it.
I appreciate it when movies do the countdown interaction and the moment of saving doesn't happen the instant before the moment of doom. But this movie doesn't do that.
Yeah.
Would this really be broadcast on the streets like that?
No, it seems like they'd probably just shut those off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unless the terrorists are controlling our TVs.
Yeah.
Taking it on the chin, because that's where he has extra armor.
Yeah.
Time to harvest some sugar.
Yeah.
This is where Danny Trejo runs in and takes his
Yep.
namesake weapon back.
Yeah.
That would be the better
Namasake.
ending to this movie.
Machete don't text.
Did you say machete don't text?
Yep.
I did not care for the second movie, but the first one.
It just got crazy hats, crazy pants, banana head. Machete in space.
Yeah.
Like, Cameron was so eager to do it, he took his sweet damn time to
Yeah.
wind up. Gun throat.
Ow.
I was expecting someone to get thrown into that rebar.
I know, me too. Like impaled.
Yeah. Like several times.
Right.
Again, another injury that just doesn't affect him for the rest of the movie.
I thought that was.
Yeah, that was going to be
That's-
the you're going through the...
Yep. Wouldn't you be really uncomfortable with the idea that you had a grenade in your pocket?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, is that my key ring, or am I going to blow myself up?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I was just looking for a nickel, and then everything died.
Yeah.
Yep, here it is.
Yep.
America.
Yep.
Fuck yeah.
And they probably should have avoided the whole 1,000-year-long ring
Yeah.
deal there.
Yeah.
I feel like after this movie, Aaron Eckhart's character is going to enact a nationwide ban on cargo pants. Because of this.
Right.
I do like the statement of how is that guy not dead yet? Basically, though, I do like that line.
Oh, that is the worst.
His face when he says that is just so bad too.
He's like, eh.
There you go. Ooh, cell phone. The skeleton from Army of Darkness would like to see you about stealing his line, Mr. President.
Let's get the hell out of here. Indistinct yellow.
Yeah. That's pretty much been
This movie is indistinct everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Indistinct viewing.
Right. Oh,
Oh,
I
hey,
think they
still
missed one of the
alive.
goes.
Yeah.
I always find it funny when people shooting like handguns, they're using it like a hammer. They're lunging forward with it every time they take a shot.
Yeah.
Stupid.
I know next to nothing about guns, but I feel like they're trying to like straighten out their arms to brace themselves so they can better aim and not get recoil.
They're just not going to hit anything that way, though.
I don't know.
I like that earlier in the movie he had to tell the president to which way to point the gun, and now he's apparently made it through the tutorial portion of the Call of Duty
Yeah.
Yeah.
he's in.
He's picking loadouts and shit now.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're all like, "Fine, what the fuck do you want us to do about it?"
Well, yeah, you went in there by yourself. we told you not to do
Yeah,
that.
right.
The music changing during the explosion is kind of a weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whee!
Wait, did we start watching Backdraft by accident?
No, this is like the final scene in Mad Max. Like, listen to the score.
Yeah.
All right, well, chemically engineered super slow fire, I guess.
Yeah, they can run faster than fire.
Well, I'm going to save the president by hurling down an
elevator
shaft.
shaft.
Yeah. This is special wood that
Yeah.
breaks your fall super
slowly.
nicely.
It's asbestos.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Witnessed.
Yeah.
He went through his life flashed before his eyes like 6 times before that fire got to him.
Yeah.
Yep.
And now all of the SAS and SEALs on the outside are dead too.
Right.
Yep.
An explosion that big.
But miraculously, all the hallways
Are okay.
still intact.
Yeah. Maybe he's in the ceiling, sir.
Maybe he's in the ceiling.
Is anybody else supposed to sign of him? No, sir. We're all right behind you.
Yeah.
We understand, sir, that it's dark, but still, we
Yeah.
haven't found them.
We ain't found shit.
Yeah.
Couple of seals with a giant fro pick in the back. Giant comb.
Oh, we got to pan a little bit. And
Oh.
I can't tell because it's so indistinct.
Right, it's just...
that's when it turns out that Davies was actually a secret terrorist all along, too.
Thank God I don't have to be president again.
Yeah.
That's the exact look on Morgan Freeman's face says.
She looks more disappointed. than
She's like,
anything.
yeah. Now she looks happy.
Yeah. There we go.
Ha.
Oh,
So neither of these assholes like broke a bone or anything.
apparently not. The president still has his tie on.
He's the president. They
It's
don't-
no cat tie.
I highly doubt they would allow each of them to climb out of there by themselves.
Yeah.
No, you come to us.
Yeah. It's dusty down there.
Yeah.
Apparently, they are making a third film in this franchise called Angel Has Fallen, which, according to James, is the code name for Air Force One.
That should be, yeah.
So, Gerard Butler on a plane.
It has to live up to the, legacy of Air Force One.
But I'm also expecting like snakes on the plane shenanigans because there's stuff on the ground that has to be done as well.
I hope so.
Probably by Jax.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm curious to see if any of these characters carry over.
I
Well,
could see Gerard Butler, of course. Yeah.
yeah.
Well, no, he does resign, doesn't he?
No, he does not resign.
Oh, because you see the letter again.
He deletes it though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I have vague recollections of watching this.
Yeah.
I'm trying to block it out from my memory.
So I looked up this guy here packing his trunk. I looked him up on IMDb. His real name is just actually Villain McVillainy Face.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think no one's surprised that it was him.
Yeah. No.
Such a spy thing to say.
Yeah. I like that she is so capable, and nobody else in London is capable of performing any sort of mild function.
Right.
No, I suppose Davies knows how to blow up a gas main.
Yeah.
Oh god, it's so sloppy. Well,
What had happened was...
Those
The
are my
terrorist
those are my
altered that
friend's
footage.
security cameras.
Yeah.
Holding on all the terror stuff for a friend.
you're not pulling that bullshit on me.
Like, yeah. He's either trying to talk his way out of this, like you're saying, Max,
Yeah.
or the other way is that he had some secret agenda that they felt wasn't important enough to reveal until the last
Yeah.
30 seconds
It's like,
of his
I
life.
did this because the
Money.
yeah.
The money. 20 million's a lot.
Yeah. Well, there's the money part of it, and he talks about that. But, like, if it all would have gone off correctly, was he going to stay and, like, turn the wrath of a country against the dude that pulled this off? Like, that doesn't
Yeah,
seem...
or probably would,
It's plot whole time. But
well, they probably
I like that she
were
doesn't take...
filming this, or probably was in production when like Brexit stuff was first going on. So maybe it was like, oh, people don't want refugees in our country and blah 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 blah.
I don't know.
Slow motion walking.
I like that she doesn't take any crap from him, though.
Yeah, she's just like, you're dying. You're not.
Right.
I did
Yeah.
not want to see like a gunfight in a parking garage.
No.
It's a short thing, but I like this shot. I like this angle.
Yeah, it's a cool shot. Although that doesn't look like the same room that they just
No,
had
it doesn't. I'm about to straight up murder your ass.
No. Apparently, window means something different to this guy than
Yeah, upper window, the roof window.
It's just skywriting, you are a D bag.
Yeah.
First we attack their feelings.
It says it's clear civilian presence, but when the explosion happens, it
Like-
throws people all
Yeah.
over the road.
Right.
Yep. Those
Those
aren't
bad
civilians.
guys. But
Yeah, I know.
all those people
yeah,
are.
Yep. I think I meant to apply like inside the building, but
Yeah.
yeah.
A nude government. Weird.
We didn't even see Big Ben actually blow up.
It doesn't blow up in the movie. The Parliament gets all messed up.
Yeah, but Big Ben's covered in like tarp
Yeah.
for some reason.
For some reason. I guess
That's an
they're like,
unrelated story. It's just getting
Yep.
repainted.
yeah. They're like, well, we might as well, I guess.
V for Vendetta was happening at the same time.
Yeah.
You don't talk about that movie while this garbage is playing.
It just cuts to the vice president watching this over the camera.
On 6 cameras.
Yeah.
Yep.
Baby.
I want to see how many cameras he kept.
Yeah. Aw. He named it after his grandmother.
the godmother. Yeah, I said grandmother. The grandmother.
No.
Be Doris.
Also, why is the vice president giving this speech?
I'm assuming that it's because the president's all messed up.
Yeah.
But I also had the same question as
Yeah.
to why he'd be the one giving the
It's
speech.
because Morgan Freeman's voice is way cooler. That's why.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the truth of it. Also, that's a terrible speech.
Oh, it's real bad. Like, this is
Hey,
really
look, a whole
bad.
bunch of people died. It really didn't matter. And we do stuff because we don't really have anything better to do. So we just
It would be
kinda
worse
have
if we
to
didn't
deal
do
with it.
anything.
Yeah. There you go. He's like, I can't do it.
I'm
It's a
surprised it
terrible
doesn't do that like delete where it like goes like backwards, kind of like at the end of Daredevil.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well, that happened.
Yep. All right, so London Has Fallen. Barney Fife, whatever. View again, brew again. Ryan.
View, no, never. Don't make me watch this ever again. That was just bad. Brew again, absolutely. This Barley Fife has been a real pleasant drink. I like it a lot. I think this has gotten me on a new beer exploration path for English dry stouts to try. This is
Well,
good.
we're in winter now, so
Yeah.
full-fledged, dark beer season.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Thorpe.
Brew again, yes. I don't know how many of these I could drink. I don't think I need to drink a lot of them anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a good sipping.
Oh
kind of
yeah,
relaxing
yeah,
beer.
yeah.
The view again. I'm torn on this just because I actually like the first movie a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I really do enjoy the first movie. I would never seek this movie out and probably wouldn't keep it on if it just happened to be on something that I was
Yeah.
watching. But
I
parts of
think-
me would probably keep it on if it was on certain scenes just
Yes,
to see those.
yeah.
And then I'd probably move on.
Yeah.
Let's put
Yeah.
it that way.
Yeah, and as far as I go, I'll do the movie first. If I was flipping through channels and it was at right before the assassination started happening, I would probably watch it up until the helicopter crashed. Then I would
Okay.
move on.
Yeah.
Because beyond that, there's not really much for me to come back unless I want to see more Dark Knight Rises sets being used. And as far as the brew again, I definitely would seek this one out. I'll probably have to go to the west side of the state up near Traverse City, but it was very good. Like Ryan was saying about sweet stouts versus dry stouts. I much prefer this type of stuff. So definitely I've been drinking a lot of just different kind of beers lately from like holiday events and parties and whatever. So,
Right.
but this is one of the best I think I've had out of
it's
out
good.
of
It's real
recent.
good.
Yeah. So thanks everyone for listening along, watching along, and drinking along. And if my scheduling is correct, this should be our final episode of 2016. Farewell, you fucking excuse for a year.
Yeah. Goddamn riddance.
Yeah. So GBBV will be back in 2017. And as always, please watch and drink responsibly. Check us out on Twitter at GBBV Podcast or on Facebook at Good Brews Bad Views. See you guys later.
Adios.
See ya.